Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I'll be playing Galio in the mid lane. In the beginning part of the video I want to show you guys some things and I'll show you how to build Galio. If you want to skip to the gameplay immediately, timestamps in the description. So do you guys remember yesterday when I showed you all those losses? So I played a few games today and take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. Pretty good, huh? I mean, oh. Yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot, I'm getting a lot of LP. I am playing autofill, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. Like, the way that I play my ranked matches, in case you guys are interested, is just like this. Take a look. Ranked and autofill. Like, as you can see, any position, or you can't actually see it. Like here, any position. So this is how I play my ranked games most of the time. Not always, because you're often going to get jungle, and sorry, not jungle. You're often going to get support, because support is the least picked role. But okay, on to how to build Galio. So with Galio, pretty much I always go for Rod of Ages as my first item. Like, I have tried Leandry's first, but no. Rod of Ages, see, the thing with Rod of Ages and Galio is he needs everything that Rod of Ages has. The HP, the damage, and the mana as well, guys. You need all three of those. That's why Rod of Ages is incredibly powerful on Galio. It also makes him so strong late game. You're gonna be super tanky, and it's just you have to get this item. Also, this item is very cheap. You should always be able to get this item before the first dragon, always. And if you get like a kill, you can even get this item at 3 minutes. Like, you can get it super fast if you're able to get a kill early game. So keep that in mind. You have to get this item before the first dragon. If you don't, you suck. After Rod of Ages, make sure you buy Boots of Speed. I don't really, you can also buy upgraded boots already, but just make sure you buy the Boots of Speed. So after that, Leandry's Torment, and you wanna start with this item, the Haunting Goose. This item is broken, guys. For 1,000 gold, or sorry, it's not 1,000 gold. How much gold is it? I don't actually exactly know how much gold it is. For 1,300 gold, sorry, you get 200 max health, 25 ability power, and the stacking 10% bonus damage, So this is an amazing item, especially on Galio as well. So make sure you get the Haunting Goose. After that, finish up your Leandry's. This is going to allow you to deal an insane amount of damage with your first ability, like poke damage, because of the passive of Leandry's. This is a really, really powerful item on Galio, guys. After that, make sure you get the upgraded boots, and about them, I often go for Ionian Boots of Lucidity because of the cooldown reduction, but you can also go for Mercury's Threats if the enemy has a lot of stuns, only if they have like a lot of stuns, roots, charms, things like that. Otherwise, just go for the Ionian Boots, guys. It's really, really good on Galio. And as my enchantment, honestly, see, the thing is, I go for Redemption. Because after I use my ultimate in a team fight, I really like to place down my redemption as well, to just maximize the AoE that we have for the team. Like, this is gonna make you an incredibly strong team fighter. Your ultimate, your second ability, redemption, everything is gonna make you very, very strong in team fights, guys. After that, Rabadon's Death Cap, just for the straight up damage. After the Rabadon's Death Cap, you're gonna be so damn powerful. It's actually crazy how powerful you're gonna be. After that, make sure you get a Void Staff, guys. And you almost always want to get a Void Staff unless the enemy has no magic resist at all. Then you want to get the Green Book. And you always want to get the Green Book, really, because it gives you max health, grievous wounds. It's always going to be good for you. The enemy ADC is likely going to have Blade of Rune King or their jungler. Like, they're going to have at least some healing. So the Green Book is going to give you a lot of value. So keep that in mind. And you always want to go for these items. So it's pretty easy to build Galio, guys. And you should really pick him. He's really, really powerful. So about the runes, Aftershock. There is no other rune that you should go for. Aftershock, like, even though you go for full ability power, Aftershock is going to give you enough tankiness. Like, you engage, and like when you engage with your third ability and your second ability, you're going to get a lot of magic resist, a lot of armor, and you're going to deal damage, afterwards, which is very, very powerful, guys. Very powerful. As my second rune, I just go for Brutal, just to be able to kind of survive the early game, deal a lot of damage, a lot of poke damage in the early game. That's why I go for the Brutal rune on Galio. I used to go for Champion, but they nerfed Champion, so you could much rather go for Brutal. Now, as my third rune, this might be a bit controversial, but Conditioning, guys. Conditioning sucks in the early game because it doesn't give you anything, but in the late game, guys, after 5 minutes, oh, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. You keep stacking armor and magic resist, and the thing is, the more magic resist you get, the more shielding you get from your passive as well. Like Galio has a passive magic shield in his second ability. You know, the more magic resist you get, the more that passive is gonna get stronger as well. As my fourth ability, see, Hunter Genius is really powerful, but you can also get Sweet Tooth because Sweet Tooth is broken. But the thing is, Hunter Genius just really fits Galio incredibly well, and as you can see, like these items that I go for don't have any what is it called, any ability haste. Like here, look, no ability haste, no ability haste, no ability haste, no ability haste, no ability haste. That's why I go for Hunter Genius, because it provides a lot of value. You know, the cooldown reduction, very powerful, guys. So that's why I really recommend it over the Sweet Tooth, even though Sweet Tooth is broken because of that. As my spells, I have heal here because I played support. Yeah, I played support Galio a few times, so I recommend Ignite or Barrier. It depends on what you want. Ignite for aggressive play. I like the aggressive play. Barrier if you just want to have the barrier, you know. I don't recommend the barrier because you already have your second ability, but it's up to you. So enough about the build, let's get into the gameplay. Yeah, so I'm playing Galio, and I have so much to say about Galio, but first of all, guys, it's like 30 degrees here. And I'm so sweaty. So to be able to make this video, I have some water here, I have some tissues to wipe my face. I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much, but it's so warm. Okay, so let's immediately start talking about when to pick Galio. And I actually want to ask you guys this, because this is not the easiest thing to understand. When do you want to pick Galio? And there is a few things that are important here. Like, what is Galio good against? What is Galio bad against? There is like one thing that Galio absolutely counters. And I really wonder if you guys are gonna know. So let me know in the comments, like give all your tips that you have on when to pick Galio and when not to pick Galio. And tell me the absolute counter, like Galio absolutely counters some champions. So let me immediately tell, actually, you know, pause the video if you haven't commented yet and put the comment under the video, and then I'll tell you now. So make sure you pause the video. Okay, so Galio is an absolute counter against ability power assassins. Yes, ability power assassins. Evelyn, Akali, Katarina, Fizz. Galio is an absolute hard counter into those. So when the enemy picks these assassins, you pick Galio and you will hard counter them. Like, you will absolutely hard counter them. Oh, that was beautiful from the Gragas. Also, Galio is generally good against melee champions. You know, just in general melee champions, Galio is really good against. So what does Galio suck against, guys? Let me explain. Galio sucks against range. Yes. When the enemy has big range, like Jinx, like Ziggs, like Vayne, like, you know, you get the point, right? He sucks against range. So if the enemy has a lot of ranged champions, like Orianna as well, for example, you don't want to pick Galio because you're gonna get poked. And that's the way that you can counter a Galio, guys. Poke damage. When you hit him with Jinx rockets, Ziggs bomb, Orianna balls, you know, things like that, that's how you can destroy a Galio. But when you get close to a Galio, the Galio is gonna win. And that's how you play Galio as well, guys. You want to get close to the enemy. And obviously you have your poking ability, which is your first ability. But the whole point of Galio is engaging with your third ability and then taunting as many enemies as possible with your second ability. That way, you know, you're gonna taunt them and your teammates can destroy the enemies. Also with your ultimate, you know, when the enemy has a lot of melees, they have to stick together to your teammates and you can use your ultimate on them and easily hit the enemies and knock them up. And that's what you want to do. So take a look at this. When you become level 5, you always want to pay attention to the side lanes. You want to look to the side lanes and see who needs you. Like, as you can see, I just checked out bot lane and saw that they didn't need me, so I obviously didn't use my ult there. But now if you can take a look at top lane, they're thinking of ganking, but the reason that I'm not going in is because of Rod of Ages, guys. You want to get this item as fast as possible, and boom, I got it at 3 minutes. Now, at this point, I'm gonna have my full Rod of Ages at minute 8, which is very important. Like, as you can see, I didn't help my team because of this. I just wanted to get the Rod of Ages. But right now, no, I have my ultimate, and you should always be on standby when you got your ultimate on ability or on Galio, sorry, any Galio. Always be on standby, always pay attention to the side lanes, and always be ready to use your ultimate, guys. Take a look at this. I engage, I taunt him, basic attack, first ability, ignite, everything. Oh, that was crazy. The Aurelion Soul actually did such a nice combination. He pushed me under the turret. I almost killed him, but unfortunately I couldn't. So another very important thing to understand about Galio is the second ability. So the second ability not only taunts enemies, it actually grants you an immense amount of damage reduction. So even though your full ability power, like take a look at this. I use my second ability and I block all the damage and I survive. That's a way that you can use the second ability, guys. When the enemy fully engages you, when they fully engage you, just waste their time and hold your second ability for a few seconds. Just hold it for the max duration so you take reduced damage. And it's gonna take them so much time to kill you. Like you can buy a lot of time for your teammates. Like here, when you use the second ability, you're gonna take reduced damage. Keep that in mind. Oh, the Aurelion Soul's coming. Pooh, that was so close. Well, we got it. Now we need to run away. We got the dragon, now we need to run. Actually, like my team is kind of destroying them at this point, which is really, really nice. But the reason that we need to run as well is the Pantheon. Like we don't want to lose a turret. And see, this is the thing that I see so many people make mistakes on, Like the dragons got nerfed, the Cloud Dragon and the Infernal Dragon got nerfed. And like I see so many people just keep going for dragons. When you have a losing composition, don't go for the dragon. Just take the Baron Lane turret, guys. It's like, please guys, stop doing this. Don't always go for the dragon. It's not always gonna be the right call. Like you can go for the free turret. Just get a free turret, give the dragon to the enemies, and the free turret is gonna give you a lot of gold and your team. Now let me tell you something, however. They did nerf this that I'm talking about. Because getting a turret now, the outer turret, it's not gonna give as much gold to your teammates anymore. It's a nerf, but it's still worth it, Like you're gonna lose the team fight anyways at the dragon, so why even bother? Just get a turret, get the Baron Lane turret, guys. Oh man, I have a swimming pool in my garden and I'm swimming in it like every day with my sister, having fun. And if you guys want to see all those adventures that I'm having in my swimming pool and things like that, make sure you follow me on Instagram. There is a link in the description to that, and I just post a lot of things that I do in my daily life. So if you're interested, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I also did a post on Instagram like yesterday, so check it out if you want. Also, about the announcement, the very exciting announcement that I had, I posted it on Twitter. So if you want to know all these things, make sure you follow me on my social media, And it's very exciting, The announcement, I made it yesterday, so make sure you check it out on my Twitter, guys. Yeah, here I'm going for them. And you can see how tanky I am, even though I have... Oh, he's trying to dodge my ability, but I outsmarted him, guys. Sometimes you gotta wait a little bit, because the enemy is gonna try to dodge your stuff. And at the right moment, you hit them with your ability. That's what you want to do. Like there, the Aurelion Soul was like running around, hitting his barrier. I was just waiting until he had to run away. He had to take that path. And that's when I just killed him easily with my first ability. So, let me tell you guys one more thing. I'm gonna tell you more things actually, but let me tell you guys one more very important thing on Galio, which is synergies. Yes, synergies. So with what champions do you want to pick Galio? So the thing is, the best combination in the whole game is Camille Galio. That's by far the best combination. Why? Because Camille can use her ultimate on an enemy champion, and then you can immediately use your ultimate on the enemy on your Camille. It's gonna be a free ultimate. You're gonna hit so many enemies because you're gonna jump right in the middle of the enemy fights. And you wanna pick Galio with at least one champion that is like a hard engaging champion. Especially like Camille or like Evelyn, like Olaf perhaps, like Lee Sin, champions that can dive to the enemy backline. Because when they do dive at the enemy backline, and you need to pay attention to when they dive, you use your ultimate on them. You're gonna give them a magic resist shield, and of course the massive ultimate of Galio, guys. And these are the advanced things that you should really understand about Galio, which is gonna bring your Galio game from here to here. Really, like this is so important to understand, guys. To pick Galio with a diving champion. And in our team, you can see we have Gragas, we have Fiora. These are champions that can dive in really well, especially Fiora. So I can combo my ultimate with them, which is very important. When they dive in, I use my ultimate on them. That's what you pretty much want to do. Ooh, I took a little too much damage here. And here you can see the weakness of Galio, guys. Like when you take those Jinx rockets, you're gonna take so much damage in such a small period of time, which is really bad. So you have to avoid that. Like avoid the poke damage that you can take. It's true that you can be a frontliner for your team, but you don't want to take the poke damage. You're not gonna be tanky when you walk around. You're only gonna be tanky when you engage, because you get the aftershock, and when you use the second ability, because you get damage reduction. But when you're just walking around and not doing anything, you're very squishy. So keep that in mind, guys. Play Galio to his powers, don't play him to his weaknesses. And his powers are engaging. That's the full power of Galio. Yeah, so let's have some awkward silence right now, just for a little bit, because I have nothing to say. Oh man, I'm sweating so much, but I want to make the videos, you know, even though it's so warm. I just gotta say, I said it in yesterday's video too, I'm kinda taking like free time right now from YouTube, you know, to enjoy time with my family, with friends, just chilling. I'm still making videos, of course, but as you can see, you know, I'm not editing the videos, and that's like, you know, I'm taking free time. I'm only playing a few games of Wild Rift every day, making videos, but I make sure I make good videos still, because I don't want to upload trash videos. But I'm not really happy with the non-editing, but it's okay. Here you can see I was lagging like crazy. What? Did you see all did you see all that lag? Crazy. But I really hope you guys don't bother this. It's just I gotta take chill time, because you may not think that YouTube is a hard job, and I don't want you guys to sympathize with me or anything like that, but YouTube takes a lot, you know. It's like you have to play a lot of games, you have to do commentating, editing, blah blah blah. It takes like a few hours a day, you know. And it's not super hard or anything like that. I don't want to say that it's hard or something like that. It's just you have to do it every day. So taking a few days off, or maybe a week, especially when the weather is so damn warm, is very important for my mental health, so I can actually make really good videos in the future and keep maintaining this, right? So I really hope you guys understand. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and oh yeah, make sure you put down a comment under the video. I'm doing a skin giveaway. Like the video, subscribe, all that YouTuber stuff, you know. And let's take a look. Yeah, I got S rating. Beautiful gameplay. Let's take a look at how much damage I did. Damn, that's a lot. So I actually had a really good team in this game too. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. And I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.